Well, good morning. When Ibu and Mary Ellen invited me to speak, they encouraged a poem or a song. I'm a law professor and a Presbyterian, so I'm going to be reading a text. When I think of Interfaith America, I think of the opportunity for Christians like me to engage with confidence and compassion in a world of difference. This is an opportunity captured in the verse that Pastor Tim Keller and I selected as the epigraph to our book, Uncommon Ground. From Ephesians 4, verses 1 and 2, Paul exhorts Christians, walk in a manner worthy of the calling with which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, showing tolerance for one another in love. Paul's charge to Christians applies to anyone seeking greater empathy and understanding without minimizing significant differences. I wrote about these ideas in Uncommon Ground, and I'd like to share with you a few words from that book that I think capture some of the spirit and vision of today's event. Many of our differences matter a great deal, and to suggest otherwise is ultimately a form of relativism. But we can still choose to be gracious across those differences. When we demonize the other side, we miss important insights that can only be learned through charitably understanding a different perspective. We lose the possibility of finding common ground. Seeking common ground not only advances common interests, but also bridges relational distance, a lesson that I've learned from my friendship with Ibu Patel. Ibu and I speak, teach, and write together. We talk about each other's backgrounds, families, and dreams. We debate theories of change in great books. We laugh at each other's jokes, at least the first time we hear them. And we mourn together. After my father was diagnosed with cancer, Ibu checked in regularly with phone calls and texts. And when my dad died, Ibu was one of the first people to reach out to me. Ibu's prayers are quite different from mine, but I am grateful when he prays for me. My friendship with Ibu is one example of how we can find common ground even when we sometimes lack a shared understanding of the common good. My hope is that in the years to come, more of us will also continue to pray for one another as we seek common ground. I'm grateful for Ibu's example and for Interfaith America's ongoing leadership as we work to live faithfully across our differences. Thank you.